TRS enabled. TRS enabled.
Sup, Owen? Not too bad. Alright folks, everybody is getting their setups in with their tire strategy and fuel, and we will be getting the Grand Prix underway here in Interlagos. Alright, we got 3, 4, 5 red lights, and the lights are out and away we go, and it looks like DRS is already on it. Something went on my screen, but the Booster is your race leader with Peak Hour in second. Silos already up into that P3 position. Comacopa right behind him in fourth. Yeah, my screen's majorly glitched here already on the start of the Grand Prix. Likemere Knott is looking around the outside of Raptor, and Feeney's gonna make his way through as well into that P7 position, in up the hill in through turn 6. SP is working side by side with Natural down through turn 9. And we're going to go back up the hill side by side into turn 10. And who's going to be the first one to back out? And it looks like it will be Natural backs out of that battle there. And he's sitting in that P10. LB the GOAT is up into 14th as he works his way around Matthew BPR Chef at the bottom of the grid. The Booster is going to lead lap 1 with Peak Hour right behind. Feeney is making his way down through the inside of Raptor KK. TMM and SP side by side through turn 1, now through turn 2. And Curve do Sol, and it looks like SP is going to come out on top in that P9 position. DRS is activated. Natural down through the inside of TMM into turn 4, and he is going to jump up inside the top 10 now. As we are making our way through the middle of Sector 1, or Sector 2, my apologies, back up the hill into turn 10. Comacopa is sitting almost a full second off the back of Silos, but him and Osmanian Devil had a full sprint battle between the two of them, and it looks like Comacopa might be able to hold him off into turn 1, but Osmanian Devil does have the DRS. As we make our run into turn 1, Peak Hour with the fastest lap of a 1:10. And it looks like the Booster is now going to be under pressure. We've got a 5-car train here up in the front. Bongit gets by TMM. It looks like TMM might have gone wide in through turn 1. He comes back onto the track as VPR Chef jumps into that P14 position. Raptor within the DRS of Feeney in front of him. He is going to try and use it to tow him up to the cars in front here. We got the 5-car train all making their way through turn 7 and 8. Komakopa under a lot of pressure from Osmanian Devil behind him here as we're going into turn 12. Now back up through 13, 14, and then the final corner of 15. Heading towards the start-finish line. Osmanian Devil's got the DRS once again on Komakopa. Except this time he's a lot closer. And he's going to go through the inside into turn 1. And Osmanian Devil's up inside that top 4. Like me or not, battling side by side with Raptor KK here as they're making their way through turn 2. Now through Curve du Sol of turn 3. Heading down the long straight here into turn 4. And it looks like me or not, it's going to go back through the inside and take back over that P7. But he does go wide off the exit and comes back on here. IRZ unfortunately has retired off the exit of turn 4, and that's going to bring out the first safety car here. Let's bring up the tires too. We got more soft tires on the circuit than we do hard tires or mediums. So who's going to be the first one to jump into pit lane? The biggest movers as well. SP up 7, Feeney up 4, Matthew down 10. With LB the Goat down 6 and TMM down 4. So far it looks like your leaders all stay out. And everybody's going to stay out for the time being. The first one going in is going to be Bongit to get off the soft tires. Natural goes in right behind him. As they go to the white wall hard tires here. And we do have the safety car here on lap 5, waiting for the back of the grid to catch up. Safety car should be in this time through. And the safety car will be going in here. Jump back up to the front of the grid. The Boonster is already going to be taken off before safety car even makes it into pit lane. As we're coming across the start-finish straight. And it looks like VPR Chef is going to lose out. Bong it with a 10-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flag. Not exactly sure what that may be. But SP and Raptor side by side. And it looks like SP is going to come out on top. That'll be the GOATs battling side by side with VPR Chef. And it looks like Chef's going to lose out to the position. But he is battling with TMM down into turn 4. As TMM is going to jump in and take on that P13 position. Bong it right behind as well, putting the pressure on him as well for the P14 spot. SP battling side by side with Like Me or Not down through turn 9. As we're going to head back up the hill, and here comes Raptor KK sneaking himself around the outside of turn 10. A little bit of contact maybe, but Raptor's now into that P8 position as he made a move around the outside of turn 10 on SP there. DRS will be reactivated this time across the line. The Boonster is looking to check out. Once again, DRS is activated. Osmanian Devil down through the inside. Battling side by side with Silos. Through turn 2 we go, off the exit of 3. Osmanian Devil is going to jump in front. He does have the DRS as well to defend off Silos into turn 4. Komakopa is looking to put the attack on Feeney here, but he does not do so. Raptor is defending off SP for that P8 position. And it looks like SP is going to shove his way through the inside of turn 5 and moves himself up into 8th place with Matthew right behind him in that 10th place spot. Williams got the Visa Cash App Red Bull sandwiched here as we're now making our way through turn 9. Is Raptor going to look to make a move? No, he is not. Not into turn 10. Silos is barely hanging on in that P4 position to Osmanian Devil. He's going to get that DRS. Is he going to be looking to make a move down into turn 1? We have a long DRS train here between your top 7 cars, so nobody's really making moves. Matthew's going to go around the outside, and here comes LB the GOAT through the inside. Now LB the GOAT's going to go around the outside of turn 2, and he's gained 2 positions through 2 corners. So LB the GOAT now inside that top 10 with the Red Bull, and he does get DRS to potentially defend down into turn 4. But here comes, looks like Matthew was looking down the inside, was not able to get far enough alongside to make that move. Back up to the front, Feeney's hanging out inside the top 5 here as he's looking to battle with Silos heading up the hill. Feeney's all over the rear diffuser of the Mercedes in front of him off the exit of turn 12. And now we're going to come across the start-finish line to start lap 10. Is Feeney going to be looking to make a move down into the Senna S's? He's down into the inside. Nearly contact, but he was able to do a slide job to get right in front of Silos there of turn 1. Raptor KK was able to get by Matthew, put himself back inside the top 10, and off the exit of turn 3, he gets a little loose. That allows Matthew to slide right back through the inside of him. Komakopa's making his way on Stilos. He was able to get by now as we're heading up the hill through turn 6 and 7. Into the braking zone of turn 8. Osmanian Devils all over the rear diffuser of Peak Hour, who's barely trying to hang on to the DRS of the Boonster in front of him. And it looks like the Boonster might have broken that DRS to Peak Hour. Those Osmanian Devils, perfect opportunity to attack now as we're making our way off the exit of turn 12 to head towards the start-finish line here. And it looks like Peak Hour will not get DRS. Here comes Osmanian Devil in that P3 position. He's gaining right up to the back of him. He's going to go around the outside in through turn 1. Outbreaks Peak Hour, and he does take over the P2 position. And now he's looking to put the charge onto the Boonster up in the front. As now Feeney and Comacopa. Is Feeney going to do a position swap with his teammate here in through turn 4? But it looked like Feeney just wanted to make that move down through the inside. Comacopa closes right up to the back of Peak Hour, and now he's going to be looking to go around the outside of turn 7 on both Feeney and Peak Hour. And here comes Comacopa now onto the podium here at Interlagos as he locked up into turn 7 or turn 8 and through the S's of sector 2, and off the exit of turn 10 we go through 11 and heading towards the final heavy braking zone of turn 12 back to the start finish line to complete lap 11. That will put us nearly a third of the way through the Grand Prix. Feeney does get the DRS. He's all over that rear diffuser of Comacopa. And on the medium tires for the two of them, in towards turn 1 we go. They are going to cede here, nearly some contact there between the two, but it looks like there wasn't enough, as now Comacopa was able to defend off Feeney. TMM unfortunately made a mistake at the top of the hill here, off of 14, not sure what brought that out, but he is going to bring out the safety car for the second time here in Interlagos. As all your leaders are going to jump at the pit lane here. Most likely going to go to the white wall tires. So let's pull up the tires here. Everybody goes to the white wall, except for Bongit and LB the Goat. They both switch back onto a set of medium. Looks like we'll be doing one more lap under the safety car before we get back into racing. And through sector 2 we go. We got essentially your top 4 in the points are sitting from P2 down to P5, so things are going to be pretty interesting here throughout the remainder of the Grand Prix. And off the exit of turn 12, we are getting ready to go back to green flag as the Boonster is going to lead us to the green. And here we go. Pedal to the metal one more time here at Interlagos as we're making our way down into turn 1. And we got Osmanian Devil sitting in that P2 position. LB the GOAT has made his way around Like Miranot, but some contact made between Like Miranot and Raptor. And it looks like they're both going to be able to keep their cars going forward. Bonga, though, we got a 4-car, nearly 5-car sandwich here. Bonga's going to choose wisely to really back out of that and allow the two Williams to continue to battle side by side here. And they might want to get this sorted out as we're going through turns 6 and 7. Up to the front we go. Osmanian Devil still looking to put that pressure on the Boonster here. See if he can be the first one to really pressure the Boonster in this Grand Prix before the Boonster finally decides to check out one more time. Feeney's 2/10 off the back of Comacopa as we're making our way down into turn 1. Feeney's peeking down into the inside. Comacopa's going to close him off. And now through turn 2. Osmanian Devil with a 3-second time penalty. But here comes Feeney. Feeney was looking around the outside of turn 3 on Comacopa, but Comacopa is going to use the DRS to try and defend him off into the braking zone of turn 4. And it is done. Comacopa has been able to defend him off. Osmanian Devil and the Boonster side by side battling for the lead. And Osmanian Devil's going to stick it around the outside up through turn 7 into turn 8. And we have a new race leader here on lap 16 at Interlagos. Feeney's still trying to put that pressure on Comacopa. Silos just chilling in the P5 position, waiting to put the attack on. But he wants to see if anybody will make a mistake in front of him. As we're now making our exit off of turn 12 and a 3-second penalty for Feeney. So that is going to be very costly here towards the end of the Grand Prix as long as these folks are continuing to battle. And we're about almost halfway through as the Boonster's looking around the outside into turn 1. And oh my gosh, a lot of contact. Feeney has gone around and it looks like the Boonster is now under pressure from Comacopa. And we got a 3 abreast heading into turn 4. Who's going to back out and who's going to hang on? Osmanian Devil around the outside. Comacopa through the inside. Comacopa's going to get a 2-for-1 special off the exit of turn 4 and up through 6 and 7. Or 5 and 6 heading into the braking zone of turn 7. A new race leader of the Aston Martin of Comacopa. And SP is falling through the grid all the way down into 13th. Osmanian Devil's now going to go around the outside of Comacopa and regain the lead. The Boonster's looking to get around the outside through the inside, and he's not able to do so. As it looked like LB the GOAT made a slight mistake through turn 1, and that's going to allow the field to kind of pick their way back through. Feeney down to the inside of his teammate. Comacopa, Osmanian Devil still battling it out. They haven't stopped since the sprint race. And there goes the kickstart Sauber of the Boonster. Went off into the grass a little bit. Through turn 9, back up the hill into turn 10 we go. And we got a, 6-7 car race here. All the way down to Rapid KK, all within this DRS train, making our way down into turn 12. And it looks like Osmanian Devil is going to get the DRS on Comacopa, potentially take the lead again into turn 1. But the Boonster's right on their rear diffuser, and he's got plenty of battery, I believe so, as we got the rear flap opened up. And it looks like Osmanian Devil's not going to be close enough. Feeney down. Oh! And Feeney goes off the circuit, and it looks like he and he banged into a wall, got himself some front wing damage. Very unfortunate there, and we're under a virtual safety car. Not sure what happened there between Feeney and Silos as they were going into the braking zone of turn 1, and that will bring out a VSC here halfway through the Grand Prix. So we are under the VSC on lap 19. Is anybody going to dive into pit lane? No, Comacopa faked it. Everybody else right behind him are all going to stay out. The first one in is going to be Raptor here on lap 19, looking to get off the white wall hard tires as he's dropping through the grid. And it switched to a full safety car actually. So everybody is going to be catching up to the Aston Martin in front here. And we will be doing a few laps under safety car. I'll be back momentarily. Alright, we are about ready to get back under green here as we should be getting the message on the board. Safety car will be in. We will have about 15 laps to go when we get back under green flag. Comacopa is really backing up the field here off the exit of turn 12, making our way towards the start-finish line. Waiting for that safety car to go in. And he's about ready to put the pedal down to the metal. And here we go. We are back under green flag. And it looks like the Boomster got caught out a little bit. But Silos with a great jump as we're making our run into turn 1. And nobody was able to overtake down into turn 1 here on the restart from a safety car. Off the exit of turn 3, making our run down to into 4. And your leaders are all going to stay in a single file line there. That'll be the goat through the inside of Raptor KK off the exit. And now he's going to be in that P9 position. Bonge, oh, we got a Red Bull around and a lot of contact made. And unfortunately, that was SP who is DNF there and brings out another safety car on a restart. Tasmania and Devil, your 3 leaders actually jump into pit lane. The Boomster is going to stay out. Comacopa to a set of soft tires. Tasmanian Devil and Silos to a set of mediums. That'll be the goat on a set of softs as well. Alright, just waiting on the Boonster here to take us back to green flag off the exit of turn 12. He's going to back up the field a little bit more this time before he puts the pedal back to the metal. And we're going to have about 12 laps to go here when we get back under green flag. And we are back underway as the Boonster has taken off. The safety car is in the pit lane. He catches peak hour sleeping there on the restart. And now Matthew and Natural are looking to potentially battle it out down into turn 1. But Raptor's going to fall right behind. Comacopa getting by BPR Chef. Osmanian Devil as well. Chef just gets out of the way and letting everybody through. And here comes Bong It down the inside. LB the Goat potentially around down through the inside as well into turn 4. And it looks like Chef's gonna go wide. No, that might have been Bong It, but I went a little wide there. Off the exit of 4 we go. Up the hill through 5 and 6 into turns 7 and 8. LB the Goat around the outside of Bong It through turn 7. And now into turn 9, and he's up into that P10 position. Comacopa is looking to catch up to the leaders in front of him, like me or not, and Raptor side by side down through turn 11, but it looks like Raptor's going to be able to hold on to the top 5 position as we're now making our way heading towards the start-finish line. The Boonster has checked out. Natural sitting in 3rd place, and he's looking to try and break the DRS from Matthew behind him. Down into turn 1 we go. Raptor through the inside of Matthew. Osmanian Devil through the inside of Comacopa. And it looks like Osmanian Devil's going to jump ahead. And Raptor KK will be able to take advantage and put himself into 4th place here as we're making our way towards turn 4. And we got some more action going on behind. Osmanian Devil through the inside of Like Me or Not. Is he going to be able to jump up into that P6 position? Up through the hill of turn 6 and 7. And it looks like Osmanian Devil still going to be fighting with Like Me or Not. Down into turn 8. Through the braking zone around the hairpin at the bottom of the hill. Back up to the top we go into a heavy braking zone. Comacopa looking for a nice little dive. Potentially on Osmanian Devil there. He was not able to get into that P7 position. He is on a set of soft tires, so he wants to try and use as much grip and take as much advantage of those soft tires as he can. As here comes Like Me or Not through the inside of Matthew. And we got the DRS activated. Osmanian Devil is going to be the next one through. And here comes Comacopa looking down to the inside of turn 1. Around the outside of 2 through the inside of 3. And he's going to be able to get by Matthew as well. LB the Goat is following along in that P8 position. Everybody found the door wide open and they all wanted to take advantage of it at the same time. Osmanian Devil in that P6 position, but he is going to want to be looking to get by the folks in front of him ASAP so he can finally work on chasing down the 2 leaders as he's all over the rear diffuser of Like Me or Not through the S. Up the hill into turn 10 we go. Into the braking zone. Comacopa still following right behind in that P7. Osmanian Devil and Comacopa have not been separated since the sprint race. These guys have been with each other all race, all the way up until this point. Like, even through this Grand Prix, they were even battling for the lead together. So, it's been a fun race for them too. I'm sure they've enjoyed that battle. As Osmanian Devil's looking to close up to the rear diffuser. Like Me or Not, Raptor's going to go through around the outside of Natural. The Boonster with a 3-second time penalty. So that is going to potentially hinder him toward the end of the Grand Prix. These guys want to figure out how to battle and get by each other without slowing each other down in the corners. Like Me or Not through the inside of Natural. And Comacopa makes contact with Osmanian Devil. But he was able to keep it under control here off the exit of turn 5. Into turn 7 we go. Natural's trying to look to defend off Osmanian Devil. Osmanian Devil's looking for maybe a move around the outside of turn 10. but he's not going to be able to do so as Natural is defending him off. And here comes Tasmanian Devil into turn 12. Was potentially looking for that move. However, he is going to get the DRS. He's all over that rear diffuser. Nearly 1.5 tenths off the back. And he's got the DRS flap wide open right up to the back of the Natural. And here comes LB the Goat. Just soars by them both. Down into turn 1. He's still going to be side by side with Tasmanian Devil. As we're making our way off the exit of turn 3. And here comes Komakopa. Komakopa's going to put it 3 abreast heading towards turn 4. And he's going to jump up into that P6 position. A 2-for-1 special all the way down into turn 4. Tasmanian Devil still trying to figure out a way to get by LB the Goat. But he's not having a good time to do it. And here comes Silos looking for a potential dive down to the inside of the McLaren. He wasn't able to do so, but now your P3 and P4 position has broken out of the 1 second gap to the folks behind him. The Alpine of the Natural is going to be looking to defend off Komakopa here as we're making our way towards turn 1. We got a battle between the two leaders, Peak Hour and the Boonster, down into turn 1. Komakopa through the inside. Is he going to pull LB with him? It looks like he might be able to pull 3 abreast heading towards turn 1. Tasmanian Devil through the inside of LB the Goat. We're still side by side in through 2. Off the exit of 3. Heading down the straight towards turn 4. And it looks like LB the Goat's going to defend off Tasmanian Devil one more time. Like me or not, into turn 4. Is going to be able to overtake Raptor here. Got some side-by-side between LB and Tasmanian Devil still up the hill through turn 6 and 7 and into turn 8. And it looks like LB the Goat is still going to be able to defend off Tasmanian Devil. Now through turn 9. Komakopa's broken out of the 1 second gap, but now he's trying to close up to the folks in front of him. And he's nearly got that DRS. He just needs to gain about another tenth here off the exit of turn 12. And let's see, will he be able to do it? No, he will not. So I don't think he's going to get that DRS. As Tasmanian Devil appears to have made a big mistake through turn 12. And now he dropped through the grid all the way down into P10. And here comes Komakopa. He's nearly a second off the back. Bongit going to work his way around Natural. And here comes Raptor as well. He's got the DRS to Like Me or Not as they make the run into turn 4. Natural's going to get by Bongit once again. And he jumps up into that P7 position. And through turn 10 we go. Is Komakopa within DRS? Yes, he is. And he's looking to put himself onto that podium position here. Silos is working his way by the Natural. He's got himself up into 8th place. And now he's going to be looking to attack LB the Goat nearly 3.5 seconds back. Raptor's got the DRS on Like Me or Not down into the inside. He goes, and he's going to jump on to the final podium position, 4.5 seconds off the back of Peak Hour. Into the braking zone of turn 8. LB the Goat has caught up to this little battle here for the final podium position. And now he's going to be looking to bring the fight to Komakopa as well. Komakopa on a fresh set of, well, more like 10 lap old soft tires. And here comes Comacopa around the outside with a great exit off of 12. Got the DRS flap wide open. He's going to stick to the outside into the braking zone of turn 1. But it looks like Me or Not going to be able to outbrake him. But Comacopa is going to stay there through turn 2. Off the exit of 3 of Curve du Sol. Heading down nearly 3 abreast. Once again heading towards turn 4. And it looks like Comacopa is going to come out in front. Defend off the inside line into turn 4. And he will be up into that 4th place position. As next on his right is Raptor KK here for the final point paying position. The final podium spot. As the Boonster has a 3-second time penalty. So that will only drop him down into P2 at this time. Comacopa is going to get the DRS on Raptor here. He's going to bring us across the line to start lap 34 with 3 laps to go. And you get the Boonster leading us in that kickstart Sauber. And Raptor sitting in P3 with Peak Hour in 2nd place. Comacopa with a late dive down to the inside of turn 1. Looking for a possible switchback off of turn 3. But LB to go in the Red Bull. And here comes Comacopa. And here comes the Red Bull, 3 abreast once again. And Comacopa is going to come out on top of that onto the podium in that P3 position. And now he's worked his way from the back of the grid since the last safety car all the way back up into a podium spot. 6.7 seconds off the back of Peak Hour for P2. So he has a lot of work to do in the next 2 laps. LB the GOAT will be getting DRS to Comacopa in front of him with Raptor right behind, and Like Me or Not potentially getting that DRS as well. LB the GOAT got the DRS to Comacopa, and he is going to have that flap wide open. Goes around the outside into turn 1, and he's going to jump into the podium position. But he does have a time penalty here, so that will be costly. We are started the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix. Comacopa using the DRS once again down through the inside. Like Me or Not and Raptor KK also battling it out for that P5 position. Looks like Me or Not is going to come out on top for the time being. The Boonster trying to break the time penalty here. Let's check, see what he's got. He's got a 3-second penalty. So he's got 1 more lap. As he's coming to the line to start the final lap. And we are on the final lap of the Grand Prix. The Boonster 1.4 seconds ahead of Peak Hour. He needs another 1.5 seconds to take the win. Comacopa's looking to defend off Like Me or Not and LB to go in through turn 1. And it looks like Comacopa is going to come out on top. Like Me or Not, 8/10 behind. DRS 3 abreast. Heading towards, no, just 2 into turn 4. LB the GOAT through the inside. Forces Like Me or Not a little wide. And now everybody's starting to settle in here. Comacopa in that P3 position. Peak Hour still 1.6 seconds back. Osmanian Devil has gone around. Made a big mistake through turn 4. He is back going forward once again. And the Boonster nearly opens up to 2 seconds here. Not going to have enough to take the victory based on penalties. But he is going to come across the start-finish line with the victory in hand until the time penalty is applied. And the Boonster is your winner. And now Peak Hour takes your victory here at Interlagos. Comacopa is going to be in second. with LB the Goat in third. Like Me or Not will take over fourth. Raptor in fifth. Silos in sixth. LB the Goat in seventh. Bonga in eighth. Tasmanian Devil is going to make his run towards the line here in ninth. Tasmanian Devil lost that position to Natural. So Natural will finish 9th, Tasmanian 10th, VPR Chef 11th, and Matthew running towards the line now. He will round out the grid. Well, folks, there you have it. Here at the Interlagos circuit in Brazil, you got Peak Hour taking home the victory with the Boomster in second, Comacopa in third, Like Me or Not in fourth, Raptor in fifth, Silos in sixth, LB the Goat in seventh, Bonga 8th, Natural 9th, Tasmanian Devil 10th, VPR 11th, 12th is Matthew SP in 13th, Feeney 14th, TMM 15th, and IRZ will round out your grid. Let's see where we are heading next week on the calendar. Next week they will be taking on the Red Bull Ring. It is another short quality 50%. Tune in at 9 p.m. Eastern Time right here on the CCRL TV YouTube. I am the Johnny Damon, and I look forward to seeing you all at Red Bull Ring. You all have a fantastic night, and I will talk to you next week.